I am at the Barnes & Noble and I am writing today. Just bought some books. Want to see what books I bought? They have Aquapana now at Barnes & Noble. That's good water. Want to see what books I bought? I bought Wicked, because I've never read the Wicked series. I bought Eleutheria. I think that's how it's pronounced, Eleutheria. And because I like Jack Kerouac, even though he's really problematic, but I feel like to understand boomers, you have to read Jack Kerouac. So I bought Satori in Paris. Actually, it's more like the Silent Generation, but whatever. I just like Jack Kerouac, even though he's like crazy. I don't know. There's something about, I have a predilection for Jack Kerouac. I feel like, I don't know. Something about understanding 1950s Americana, like, by reading Jack Kerouac, like understanding that time period through reading about the beatniks, about reading like what's high class and stuff by reading subversive literature. I don't know. There's something about it. But I thought this Satori in Paris would be an interesting read because this is Jack Kerouac going to Paris, to France, to learn about his history. And I thought that would be a juxtaposition about reading about James Baldwin, who goes to Paris as a way to escape America. So here is James Baldwin going to Paris to learn about his history, and then you've got James Baldwin who's escaping America to escape, all of the racism and prejudice in America. So that's interesting that Paris is kind of like this culmination point in like the 50s and 60s of like people who are kind of coming to Paris as a way of like a gathering point. So I found that very interesting. And kind of seeing like James Baldwin or Jack Kerouac is kind of the same way as like later on you have people like Ta-Nehisi Coates going to Paris, and he doesn't have the same kind of connection to Paris as say like either James Baldwin or Jack Kerouac do. He's totally disconnected, so he's absolutely a foreigner in Paris. So treating the way that they treat Paris is completely different. 3 different perspectives of Paris. I do this because I'm going to Paris this year, so I want to get kind of these different perspectives on how people treat Paris. I think I might write a book about how people view Paris, and then write a book about my perspective on Paris. I might do that. That might be an interesting book to write. I need a good book of poetry to write. Yeah, that's thoughts in my head. Brewing in my head. How do you feel as an American? How do you feel about Paris? Like, what are thoughts that you have about Paris? What are things that you think about when you think about Paris?